to the show. We are on Sportsmanlike here on ESPN Radio. ESPN2. We are presented by Progressive Insurance. You can be a part of Unsportsmanlike Nation on the Dr. Pepper call-in line at 888-SAY-ESPN. That's 888-729-3776. ESPN Nation presented by Dr. Pepper. It's on college football season without the delicious taste of an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. College football, it's a pepper thing. All 98.7 in LA, Chargers Radio Network, as the Chargers blow out the Vikings on Thursday Night Football, 37-10 last night. Justin Herbert, 227. 3 touchdowns. Did have a pick. Could have had a pick 6 early. Got called back. 7 carries, 62 yards for the quarterback for the Chargers. And Carson Wentz, banged up as could be. Not a great performance by him, and not a great performance by the Minnesota Vikings as they lose by 27. Along with Michelle Smallman, Chris Canty, Evan Cohen. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today?
I'm doing okay. Before we get to the breakdown of Thursday Night Football, somebody got some explaining to do with our parlay. Somebody got some explaining to do. Because all I know is we had Justin Jefferson go over 6 catches. We had Carson Wentz throw a pick. Who was responsible for Jordan Addison 60-plus yards receiving?
I think that was Evan Cohen.
That was Evan Cohen?
I think that was Evan Cohen.
So he's the one as to why we didn't make some money last night on ESPN Bet?
Yep.
Did you have an X-ray table?
If I did, I would have gotten it right.
Oh, okay. You said you were playing cards.
If I was able to see it, allegedly, I would have been able to. I would have been able to get it right.
Well, we need to launch an investigation as to why you thought Jordan Addison would go over 60 yards receiving with Carson Wentz as his quarterback.
Yeah, it's not a great take.
That's a terrible take.
Not a great take. Yeah, not great by me. Did have a touchdown.
It doesn't help the parlay have.
Right?
No,
right?
I understand.
If that was your parlay, if that was your pick for the parlay, cool. If it was Jordan Addison, 1+ touchdown, great.
He tells Vegas, hey, but he had a touchdown. Can we get the cash out or what?
No, absolutely not. It's a great job by you, Evan Cohen.
Happens. It happens, and I got it wrong. So, yeah. So we have 3 straight weeks.
Could have had some extra walking around money this weekend. He's a bad guy.
Could have used it, you know?
I'm just saying, going out, date night.
I would really like that.
I'm just saying.
A little extra coffee?
That right?
That's right. Your wife is back.
She is back.
I know. I was texting with her.
She is back.
That sounds
You were texting with her?
That is, as you know, that is actually true. That is actually true.
Your wife is back.
Terrible.
I know. I was texting with her.
What?
Evan.
Exactly.
I mean, to be fair, I was texting with her too, but.
I mean, that is true.
Yes, but it did not sound right, sir.
I know I was texting with her. It's crazy.
That is crazy work. Smalls, can you get us back on track, please?
I will. So Carson Wentz and the Vikings, obviously.
Terrible.
Why is he still playing?
It's not great. What's up with J.J. McCarthy? When is he coming back?
I don't know, but J.J. McCarthy's injury can't be that bad where they continue to roll out Carson Wentz. He is awful.
It's not good.
The offensive line, they've got some issues. Guys in and out of the lineup. That was their 5th different starting combination of offensive linemen. I think they're on their 3rd center, something like that.
Banged up.
So the offensive line is not good. But Carson Wentz was all-time bad last night. I mean, the throw that he sailed beginning of the 4th quarter when he was trying to target Justin Jefferson down the field, ends up getting picked off by Pickens. That is just a terrible throw. He was clean. It was a good pocket. They had a 7-man protection. All he's got to do is deliver a strike. Kevin O'Connell can't scheme it up any better than that. That is wide open by any standards, college or pro, and you just missed the throw. I don't know why you continue to go with Carson Wentz as your quarterback. This is a mess that Kevin O'Connell has created when it comes to his quarterback room in Minnesota.
He spoke after the game. Kevin O'Connell, head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, after their 37-10 loss to the Chargers, about J.J. McCarthy, their first-round pick a year ago, as to what his status is.
You know, we worked out JJ and he was close, and JJ and the medical staff kind of didn't quite feel like he was there yet. But there was a lot of encouragement that, especially with the time we have Kevin and where he's at and the confidence level he thinks he can get to. If JJ's healthy, JJ will play. That's been the case since the injury, and that's always been kind of my mindset. And I believe we're right. Hopefully around the corner from seeing him be healthy, have a week of preparation, and go compete, because that's really, that's what he wants, and that's what he's been working towards.
So I heard that piece of audio coming in this morning on SportsCenter All Night here on ESPN Radio, and when I was talking to Nuno, our producer, pre-show, I said we should play that because the beginning of that is, I think, pretty interesting. Because Kevin O'Connell says we worked out JJ. We thought he was close, and then JJ and the medical team did not think that. And I'm not saying that there's a divide there. I just thought the beginning of that was pretty interesting, almost as if it comes off like Kevin O'Connell's like, yeah, he's ready, but if the medical team doesn't clear him, then he can't go. Something to keep an eye on with this, because every single person that we've brought in to have the discussion as to what's going on, Dan Orlovsky yesterday after 7:30 a.m. Eastern, go back on the podcast and listen. Adam Schefter this week, Tuesday, 8 a.m. Eastern. Everybody's like, well, we're not sure. Like, it shouldn't take this long. And this is a weird situation. And I asked you guys yesterday, are they going to be in the market for a quarterback after the season in the first round of the draft?
Or you think they should be in the market for a quarterback after the season? Why not at the trade deadline? If J.J. McCarthy is not healthy enough to play, so much so that you keep rolling out Carson Wentz.
Yeah, bring back Kirk Cousins.
Then you got to find a quarterback.
No, you got to find that quarterback.
Exactly.
That's
Somebody
the
that
one.
already knows the scheme, plug and play. Go get him.
Yeah.
You can't afford to waste his roster.
And he would love that return. He would love that reunion. You know how much affinity he has for that city, for that organization. He's comfortable there. They're comfortable with him. It does feel like such a no-brainer. And, you know, what is this, the 5th straight game he's missed with this ankle? And if there is a division there at all about his return, this is a football team with a lot of talent. And you don't want to waste this moment or this opportunity.
No. Why? Listen.
They're a last place team.
All the veterans in that locker room don't want to wait. Right? We talked about it yesterday. Harrison Smith, Justin Jefferson, Jonathan Grenard, Jonathan Allen, Javon Hart. Those guys don't want to wait. They don't have a year or two to sit around while you try to figure out the quarterback situation. You got one of the best defensive coordinators, one of the best defensive play callers in all of football in Brian Flores. And he's got a defense that's just wasting away because your offense can't figure it out. And everybody can miss me with the defense is not that good. They gave up 37. Listen, no defense can shut down an offense when they hold the ball for 39 minutes. And the reason why is because your offense can't do anything. And that's my biggest issue. Kevin O'Connell has got to figure it out. The general manager has got to figure it out. They need a bold move. Otherwise, they might as well wave the white flag because the rest of the division is running away.
You know, it's interesting, the Kevin O'Connell thing. So before the season, or right as the season started, there were all kinds of polls and rankings, and a bunch of people put Kevin O'Connell as the best coach in the league. And I remember us coming on the air and saying, this is so awful what we're about to do, but we have no choice but to do this because while all three of us think Kevin O'Connell is an excellent coach, ranking him 1 is just, as Nuno says, a step you don't cross. Like, Andy Reid exists. Mike Tomlin exists. Like, you can't just put him 1. Nick Sirianni has been awesome. Sean McVay. This is not fair, what we're doing. But here's the thing. Why do we usually crown a coach as great? We crown a coach as great for one of 2 reasons. Winning enough to make a run in the playoffs, Super Bowl, etc., or winning without your quarterback. That's usually why we say, you know, this guy's pretty good, right? Zach Taylor a few years ago, it's like, wow, we didn't credit him for the Super Bowl. We credit him for Jake Browning.
Yeah.
Well, what's happening right now is an interesting kind of assessment of Kevin O'Connell because Sam Darnold is good without him. Daniel Jones is good without him. He helped them, no doubt.
Yeah.
But Carson Wentz is bad with him. So let's ease up on 1 overall for Kevin O'Connell right now. The J.J. McCarthy assessment may not be a great one, let's be honest, and Smalls has been hinting at that, saying it for the last 6 months of like, something's weird, something's like they're not pushing him through, they're still flirting with these other guys in terms of Rodgers and other, like what's happening there? And now we're seeing it in full-fledged light here of what's happening. What are they doing? For the quarterback whisperer.
It's what it looks like when you don't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
But he's the quarterback whisperer.
That shows you the importance of the quarterback position. The Minnesota Vikings in 2025.
I think we've seen that with the Cleveland Browns year in and year out, have we not?
I mean, that's fair too. But I mean, we automatically assume that they have the head coach right.
Yes.
And you like a lot of the other pieces that are on that team. The biggest issue has been the quarterback. Now, of course, it gets exacerbated when you have an offensive line that's in flux and that has to be stabilized. But I thought they did a decent job from an X's and O's standpoint of trying to give Carson Wentz some protection. He just didn't take advantage of it. And he made a lot of mistakes that you don't expect a veteran quarterback to make. So I guess that's the point that we're at with Minnesota. They've got to do something. Now, conversely, I thought there were a lot of good things for the LA Chargers last night. And I did not realize the impact that Joe Alt has on that team.
Oh, yeah.
Him being out of the lineup since week 4,